Blue Sink Cemetery. Just look at the place. Just look at the place. We finna go in here and see if this is a Christian cemetery. I already see something I don't even like. I see Cotton, named Cotton, Judge Cotton. I didn't win that case, sold it out of court. This ain't had enough evidence. They didn't take no money from me. I didn't like that. This must be her mama and daddy. It's a bench right here. Maybe somebody's ashes right there, and they just want to keep the whole family together, so they put a fence around it. It just ain't got no fence on it. They got the poles on it. Mama polecat. Look at that. Polecat. Her daddy called Polecat, and then they called the mama Polecat. Now I wonder why they called them Polecat. I gotta think about that one. Yeah, look at them flowers. They're getting a little mold on them up under the bottom. This place, the grass, the yard man need to come up out here. Look at here. I'm gonna have sand sparrows all on my foot, but they did cut the tree down though. The tree is cut. It ain't gonna fall on nobody's headstone and break it. But we look like somebody's headstone got broke right here. Now, which way they face? Now, which way is the east and which way is the west? Maybe this is the east, and it is. Daniel A. Vaught. Now, here we go with some names that look like somebody just made up. Now, which wars he fought in? Because, see, he wasn't even living when, what that president name was. The emancipation, the freed the slaves and stuff. Yeah, that was 1885. He died in 1881. He didn't catch that war. He had the war before that. What is here? Daniel, wait a minute, is that him? Daniel, okay. Now maybe this may be his son, or maybe he had that right there first, and then the military came out here and blessed them with this one. They got the wrong flag for this man. This one right here facing the west. I wonder why all these right here broke up. Maybe there was, yeah, some ashes right here. Look here. They go a vault right there. Found that vault. Ashes right there. Yeah, they burying everybody in the same spot. This probably was a household right here. They put the year, the month, and how many days you was here. Do that calculation. Do your own calculation. Yeah, see, this stuff getting so old, we got to come out here and start pressure washing stuff, just like we need to pressure wash this one right here, because I know I ain't going to be able to read it when I get up there. People buying headstones and tombstones, and they ain't coming out here pressure washing them. What is this? Yeah, they ain't had enough money for a headstone or a tombstone, so they just stole some rocks from somebody's property, and they put it right there, so we'll never know the name. A body right here that's planted by a tree, a rotten tree at that one. If that tree don't fall, them roots gonna keep growing, and they gonna pull up that body, and it looked like they already started. So that looked like it was a little flat at one time, but now you got grass and ants growing up out of it. Look at that. That's that stuff that them rabbits be eating. I forgot what it's called. But we going over here in the pressure wash section. Now we got a fence over there. We got a tree over there with a lot of rocks on it. Now I know they don't just put cremations over there by trees and stuff. Yeah, we got to check this out. Everybody piled up in one. Is this a family cemetery? No, this ain't no family cemetery. It used to be a church, because they got an outhouse out here somewhere, and I'm going to find it, and we going up in there. Now, who this is? Can't tell, because it looked like they probably was written in pencil. If they wasn't written in pencil, then they should be facing the west, and they are. I think I had some nightmares about this girl. I thought her spirit was in my room one day. She was over here by her master and the master wife. That's them right there. Somebody came up out here and they done took the headstones up out of here. They did. They came out here and they took them headstones up. Probably because they was cracked, but I don't know why they took them up, because they was cracked, because we got some over here that's cracked. We got some all over the place that's cracked, and we're going to need y'all to just stop taking the old headstones up if you ain't going to replace them, so we can at least see the name. And we need to come out here and start pressure washing. You come out here and your family done paid all this here money, and I don't know why they pay all this here money for stuff they ain't gonna keep up. You know, the Bible don't like that kind of stuff. God say, hey, he likes stuff clean and in order. Sarah Myers is her name, and it says the daughter of whatever that right there word is, and then it says the constant. That's she was working for the man. She was working for the man. It's a little girl, black woman, whatever. She was a black little girl because she wasn't that old. How old she was? It says 20th November 1832, 17 years 8 months. Yep, there was that little girl. The master was doing stuff with her and had a baby by her, and then when the baby came out, the baby is planted over here somewhere, but this girl right here, what, 17 years old? Yeah, 17 years old when she passed away, and her master was right here, and the master wife was right there, and I don't know what happened. I didn't do no research on it. It just came to me. I don't know, and we ain't even gonna have to read it. This thing full of mold and mildew and stuff like that. Yeah, people don't like coming out here cleaning that stuff, and people don't like to hear this kind of stuff because they're too busy buying headstones, trying to compete with the daisies, and they can't keep up with the daisies because they ain't keeping up with these headstones and stuff out here. These things they rotting away, they molding and mildewing, and they breaking, just like this one right here. JP, they got initials on it. I guess they ain't want us to know who this man's name was, just like they didn't want us to know who this body was. They probably just didn't have enough money to pay for a headstone at the time, so they just put a rock right there, and they put a rock right there, and this was a poor family. It had to be a poor family, but this is a poor cemetery. Look at this right here. Just look at that right there. Boy, boy, boy. I'm finding it hard thinking that this is a Christian cemetery, that this place is not kept up. It's not kept up. Don't know who the yard man is, but somebody might come out here and take this man's job because this grass is always high here. And it took me a long time to get out here because the grass was high and it could be a snake out here. And they got that outhouse over there. I see that outhouse right there. I'm gonna go there very soon. They got that outhouse over there full of spiders. Sacred to the memory JL. They don't want us to know that man's first name. I know they didn't call him JL. Margaret McCoggan, 1838, 1896. Looks like she probably could cook. I bet she could cook real good. I'm getting cooking from her. She remind me of Miss Daisy. I'm feeling Miss Daisy. Now this right here look like a bed, and they got it planted by a tree. And what happened was, I see a little hole right here. The family had done came out here and dug up this here hole, and they probably took the body out and removed it because it was by a tree and it was lifting it up. So the family came out here and had to move. They had to spend a little bit of money, but they ain't had to spend no money for this right here because this ain't nothing but rocks, a bed of rocks. God, I don't even know which way to go or where to start. God, this place broke down out here. Who family out here? Now Cotton, she gonna keep hers in the, yeah, the judge Cotton, she keeping her family on up, and they got some good headstones over there. But these over here, I don't know if the family done died out. They done put everybody in one spot. They did that over there, and I'm gonna go over there and show that real soon, because they got like 20 bodies over there in that one spot over there. I don't know how they did it. I think everybody with ashes. I don't know how they did that. They probably ain't got them in a vault or a casket. They just throwed all the bodies in there. I don't know, but this one right here is facing the west. This man right here, he loved playing with guns. 1839, 1862. He almost caught the 1865, but they got him 3 years before. They got him in the war. He didn't come back home. Eli Green Williams. Look the man up. This Mary Williams was born 1803 to 1880. 1803 to 1880. She is safe on the other side. Now, I don't think she on the other side yet, because I didn't see Jesus coming in the clouds from the east, and I didn't hear no trumpets. I think she's still here. She may be bone, she may be dust. I don't know. But the lady's still here. She ain't gone nowhere. She ain't on the other side. The Bible don't teach you that. I don't know where this person at and how they did this. It's too many rocks right here. That means it's a lot of bodies in this spot. Gotta be. And I can't even tell. What about right here? Memory of William Gahagan. These people from France or somewhere. I can't even pronounce their name. Who died? I have yet to see a modern obituary that's shaped like that. Gonna give you the month, the day, the year, and someone probably give you the time. Who did it? The lawn man must have did that, because I know he could have picked those gates up, because them gates fell first. They should have been picked up. He ain't picking stuff up around here. He's not picking stuff up. We got a little baby right here. Probably a full body and not ashes. Put everybody in the same spot. I'm guarantee you they didn't pay for two spots. They only paid for that one spot. That headstone right there, but that baby right there. Spot. That's how they do it out here. Oh, look like we got a baptism thing right here. Now they done planted the old veteran over here by a tree. He's facing the way he should. Captain. First time I saw a captain. So yeah, the man about 70 years old. Yeah, he been got out the war. He was a vet. Now what is this? This is like a baptism, old-fashioned baptism thing. Is it really? What's growing up out of it? Trees growing up out of it? I wonder how that tree right there get there. Now I know how that got there, and I probably know. Oh, they had a palm. That's a palm tree. Okay, and there's another palm tree, and the rocks just done. Yeah, all these palm trees. I think they palm trees. No, that's grass. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I have to keep my mouth shut. This family probably bought all this here space right here. Probably about right here. And probably back there too. Look at all these names on it. You got Billy, you got George, you got the whole family here. And I think they all probably in ashes. This might be a little tombstone. That's why they got that. That's bigger than all the rest of them. Dirt spot, ashes. And then we got somebody here, the earth done covered it up. I know it wasn't intended like that. I guess the earth was lower than this till when they put this down, because I'm quite sure you don't put this kind of stuff even with the dirt. You don't put it even with the dirt. It's supposed to be uprisen, because the grass gonna take over, and then we ain't gonna be able to see it. But I need to see this here. These people right here, if it was a GoFundMe back there, they wasn't gonna ask for them, because they put everybody in the same spot. That's why I don't donate money to GoFundMe. She mowed and milldoing, but that thing been there since the 1800s, so she doing doing good. The family keep coming out here pressure washing. That's what that is. And we got to see who this is over here. Look like somebody from Mexico. You don't put toys around a grown person. This is a baby. Bert Bottoman. First time hearing that name. 1911, 1918. So that means what? The boy was what? 7 years old? 7 years old. That's why. We can't look him up. We didn't have internet back then. Look like some ashes right there. Probably the mama or the daddy. They didn't want to pay for another spot, so they just went on and used the plot that they had and already paid for. Now that bench right there, that bench may be ashes or a body or something, because they do that over here. Here come this outhouse. I'm scared to go up in this outhouse. Oh boy, let me breathe. Look at that, the tree done already fell. Good thing it wasn't no casket right there. There might be some bodies right there, but golly. Okay, let me get on up here. I got to look at that toilet stool. Oh man. Yeah, I got to approach this thing real slow. Make sure I look at every corner. Hope no raccoon don't come up out of here. Everybody had to be skinny back then. They had to be, because a fat person couldn't fit up in here. Oh no. And oh, I thought that was a spider. Oh boy, here we go. And look how they built it. Imagine using the bathroom out here. Yeah, we ain't grateful enough. I don't know about that. The toilet stool sitting on the ground is a big old opening down there. I want to put this in here. I don't know what I'm scared for. Why am I scared? Up there is the thing. That's what's nasty. That's what's getting me. Ew. Imagine sitting down in there. Woo, that took a lot out of me. All right, bored Sarah Becky. Oh, I thought that was her phone number. She was a beloved wife and mother. She'd have kept living. She'd have been a grandmother, but she didn't make it to see the grandma days. 1910, 1887. So Mary probably, I can't say, I ain't gonna say, but 1848, 1871. No, see, I can't remember all these dates like that, but I can't remember the names. Clarence Robinson, yeah, he liked to fight and play with guns. Yeah, he was in the military. World War II. Yeah, they had him in that 1985 war. Yep, he the one that paved the way for y'all. Hey, Olivet Holloway, maybe some kin to Cab Holloway. Now, who name was GJJ? Why they don't want us to know these people's names? Keep putting the initials and stuff down there. I don't like that. Got this person buried by a tree. The person is already lifted up, and this is a problem. Golly, yeah, Amber, she lifted up. The casket pretty light though, cause she ain't nothing but ashes by now. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell, cause the man had done piled all the dirt, and that's what he used to pile everything up. So she in good company with that dirt. We got a chair right here, and probably somebody's body right there, just like somebody's body right there. People love burying people by trees. They gonna learn one day. Trees are lifting these bodies up and lifting these caskets and headstones and breaking them too. It says, he called me to the glory of my life to see the precious jewels it holds. He called me to the glory of my life. How do you get called to the glory of your life? To see the precious jewels it holds. I ain't never seen no jewels or had no jewels other than some jewelry in this life. So I don't know what God be giving these people. But they getting better treatment than me. Oh boy, they over here watching me. They watching me. They standing to the gate. Y'all watching me. Maybe I'm too loud. Melody Patrice. Okay, which one is the first name? Melody or Patrice? We should have Patrice first. Melody sounds best second. Here we need the people to come back out here and get these flowers up out of here and take them away. Don't leave them out here. They full of mold and mildew. We need some updated flowers. Yeah, we got somebody way on over here. We got somebody that couldn't afford a headstone. They got a cross right there. Cause I think all these spots right here, all this dirt right here, a bunch of people that couldn't afford none, probably a bunch of slaves that was out here back in the day. They probably burnt them up and just put the ashes in a vault and put them out here. Golly, you better slow down. It's 35 miles on this road now. You flying because the police don't be over here in this area. Laura Cato. Now I like that name. Laura Cato. Yeah, it sounds like she was into clothes. 1926 to 2022. She got a Facebook. Eugene's son, what's a beloved son and brother. So now we belong. Wait a minute. Then we got beloved son and brother right here. They had to be young because they ain't saying nothing about a father or a grandfather. They just saying son and brother. What that mean? And they got somebody here too. They probably didn't pay for another plot because like these two plots right here, they close by each other. So they're like, it's just two plots and they just took ashes and just put him right there of the mama. This a vote? No, this ain't no vote. Yeah, this is about 3 or 4 people, probably 10 people up in this spot. Yeah, that's a little something right there. And so that, you know what, that's that little girl. That's the baby right there. That I was telling you, that's the baby. Right here, say something about her mama Sarah. That's the girl right there. Found her. Yeah, look like a raccoon or something was up under it. Look like raccoon feet. Probably trying to lift it back up or taking cover. Somebody probably was shooting at it. That's why it ain't no headstones out here that much, because the trees falling on them and breaking them. I guess that's why people just use rock back in the day. So if they broke them, they ain't had to worry about it because they didn't pay for it. The tree done already fell on this. Surprised they ain't got a tree growing up out of it by now. Is that a barbecue grill? Or is that one of those fryers they be using? Oh, it got water out here. Do that water work? The water don't work. It don't work. So if you from the 1800s and this is where you used to come to church and you want to visit the church, you have to go over there on Magnolia on 475 because they done moved from over here. But they left the outhouse back there. That's her mama Sarah Maya, the 17-year-old.